Hey guys, Jess from Stark Skincare here. This week we're just going to be going over some housekeeping, so to speak. So I'm just going to update you about what's going on, what's coming out, what I'm working on, and that kind of stuff. It's kind of like my way of being accountable to someone, being my own boss. First things first, I just wanted to comment about, how I've been working on these series on nutrition, on food, sort of like my own story about, transitioning to the keto diet and how profound and interesting it's been for me, and just sort of wanting to discuss that and maybe, educate, not really educate, but just, just share my experience with you guys and how crazy people can sometimes get about other people's dietary choices. I don't know why that this is the case, but it seems to be more personal than, more of like a controversy than religion or politics or sex or anything else. Like I find it very, I don't know, it's very curious to me, and the Scorpio in me is so fascinated by that I will definitely keep talking about nutrition. And it is really important when we're talking about skin health, so it's not just because it seems to be controversial that I want to talk about it. I am wearing today not only a thermal shirt, but a fleece because it is a blizzard outside. It is mid-March madness. I'm so ready for spring. I'm so ready for spring. And with spring comes new products. So I am really excited about some sort of secretive things that I'm working on, and I'm really excited about some launches that are about to happen. So if you do follow me on Instagram, you probably know that there is a very silent launch coming next week-ish. The new Aurora will be available, but I'm not making any announcements because my first batch is it's too small. I'm not gonna be able to meet the demand, unfortunately. This is an ongoing issue for me lately. I'm a little bit overwhelmed with keeping up with demand, but that is not a complaint. That is a very good problem for me to have. I know it's a bit inconvenient for you guys, but nonetheless, I thank you for your support. I thank you for your enthusiasm, and I will definitely keep working on, meeting demand because I definitely don't want to be inconveniencing anyone. And I will talk about sort of some Stark hacks that you can do in the meantime, but I'll just talk a little bit more about Aurora. Super excited for you guys to get your hands on it. It is similar enough to the old version that, it'll be like being reunited with an old friend, except for your friend like went on a yoga retreat or something and came back just relaxed and happy and just, just a little bit better somehow, but not in an annoying way, you know what I mean? It is an amazing leave-on product now. It is an amazing makeup remover. It is an amazing first cleanse. It will get everything off your face, but you're not gonna feel squeaky clean afterwards. You can definitely do a second cleanse after Aurora. So something like Eclipse, my gel cleanser. Let me just grab it. My gel cleanser is, it's a perfect pal to Aurora. If you liked the way the original one acted, it's very, very, very similar. So your skin feels really soothed, soft, plump after cleansing with it. Not at all tight, not at all dry, and it is now a better leave-on. I have to say, I am really excited for you guys to try it. It is now technically wax-free. It's got more beneficial ingredients in it. It's a more expensive product for me to produce, but I didn't change the price because I love you. And I got a different kind of company, so I can do stuff like that. Like when other people are putting their prices up, I'm like, how can I figure out how to do my stuff so that I don't have to raise my prices? Because green beauty, luxurious green beauty doesn't need to be $150 a jar. I don't believe in that. So, but to each their own, I guess. Anyways, it could be $150 a jar. That's how nice it is. The new Aurora is gorge. Scent almost the same, texture almost the same, but yeah, just an overall improvement. I think you guys are gonna be very pleased with it. Anyways, you can go online, you can get the full list of ingredients. I always post everything there so that you can get the rundown on what is in it now. It is now coconut oil free and shea butter free, but it's got some new, like I said, high-end, awesome ingredients. It's gonna knock your socks off. And then you can moisturize your feet with it afterwards because it's multi-purpose. Other new stuff, okay, I'm really excited about this. So this won't be available for like several more weeks, but I will give you a preview. The last launch that I had with like the original Stark was a product called Everlasting. Everlasting is an oil-free serum that accompanies any facial oil to make it a hydrating, calming, soothing, amazing experience. So you can combine it with a facial oil, you can wear it under anything else that you wear, you can wear it under a moisturizer, under your SPF, however you like to do your routine, but I did design it originally to sort of like accompany a facial oil. So you'll remember that your skin needs both hydration and moisturization. So hydration comes from like water-based things. It doesn't have to be water, but you know, it could be aloe, hydrosols, that kind of thing. Stuff that draws in, it's gonna have humectants to draw in humidity, draw in moisture. Sorry, humidity, technically. And then moisturizing is adding a lipid layer basically to your skin to nourish, to replace sort of like the fats in your skin and to create sort of a barrier to help your acid mantle sort of keep the outside world out there, if that makes sense. So Everlasting is amazing. It was my very high-end product with the original line. I'm gonna see if I can actually lower the price. But again, the ingredients got even better. So Everlasting is in a base of aloe vera. There's also a couple of hydrosols in there. It also has sea kelp bioferment. It has Edelweiss, which is a really amazing anti-ager. Everlasting also contains lots of helichrysum. So that's what it's actually named after. Everlasting is another name for the plant helichrysum. It contains 3 different doses of helichrysum. So from a hydrosol, from an extract, and from the essential oil. It is a plant that essentially doesn't really die. So I like to call it the fountain of youth. And it is an amazing healer. It's a soother. It just like really calms any kind of inflammation. Inflammation, you'll remember, is sort of the root of all skin evil, in my opinion. And okay, I'm gonna show you. It's so cool. It's so cool. I do a lot of voices. You'll see this more and more from me. Okay, so focus. This is Everlasting. I might change the name eventually because it's too similar to Evergreen. And Evergreen is my custom ingredient that I created. It's an infusion of 7 different herbs into 3 different oils, and I use that in things like City, but it's not the same thing. These are 2 different products, just the names are kind of similar, so Everlasting's name may change. Okay, now, watch this. You see? Oh my god, it's blue! Oh, it's so nice. It just makes your hands soft, soft, soft. So there's a lot of, but not too much, humectants in Everlasting. So you know how like the big humectant on the market right now is hyaluronic acid? Well, I decided not to use hyaluronic acid, not because I don't think it's great. I think it's great. My skin loves it. Your skin probably loves it. It's something that's naturally occurring in our skin. So our skin's just like, yay, give me more, because as we age, it's one of those things that we sort of like stop producing. But instead of hyaluronic acid, I am using something called sodium PCA, which is, it's similar to hyaluronic acid in the sense that it is naturally occurring in your epidermis, and you sort of stop producing it as you age, and your skin loves it. But what you're gonna find, because it's like an essence, it's not gummy or jelly or anything, that it doesn't create any balling or pilling under your makeup and your SPF and whatever you want to wear on top of it, or your oils. So it just, your skin just like, I am going to be putting it up on my website probably next week or so you can get more information. You can sign up for notifications. By the way, is the only way that you can find out about Aurora's launch. So that is the only place where I'm going to be announcing it, just for this initial batch for the Aurora launch. Another new product going up on the site, or you might have actually seen it already because there is a preview there and you can sign up for notifications, is something that I am calling a blind date with soap. A blind date with soap is, it's kind of my recycling program, to be honest. So one of my big goals for 2018 is to make my company as low waste as possible. So one of the ways that I am doing that is essentially recycling all of my extra ingredients. So something that happens when you're a formulator is you end up with so much extra stuff, and we buy things in bulk. So sometimes I'll be like, why do I have an extra 4 or 5 liters of organic sunflower oil? That isn't even something that I formulate with, but it's an awesome thing to make soap with. That is a great ingredient for soap. Whenever I stopped using my really nice organic virgin coconut oil for Aurora, it turned out that I still had 4 or 5 kilograms of it, which isn't really enough to make that much with, but you can make a lot of soap with that kind of coconut oil, and coconut oil is awesome in soap. Even if you have coconut oil sensitivities, you probably won't have sensitivities to it once it's been saponified, because once you saponify anything, it's different. So anyways, that's what I've been doing. The extra hydrosols I end up with, extra actives, extra oils, butters, that kind of stuff. I am making amazing soap with it. So soaping has been my hobby for a while because I'm super lame and apparently have no imagination, because my work is making skincare and then my hobby is making soap. Anyways, so now I'm going to be selling it. There's one little catch. The catch is that you don't know what bar of soap you're purchasing. So it's like a Kinder Surprise egg where, you know, you could be getting this bar of soap. So this is my soap called, actually I don't even know the name, something to do with a sauna, because it's cedarwood and eucalyptus, and this is a nice hard bar of soap that has a creamy lather. All of my soaps are they're awesome. I have to say I'm a pretty good soap maker. I have another batch of something I think I'm calling mellow or mellow loaf or something like that, curing in my soap closet right now. I'm gonna be making some more batches, so that should be ready in a few weeks. Soap does take about 6 weeks to cure, so every time that I make a new batch, there is this lag time until the time that I can actually sell it. And I don't know how I'm packaging it yet. So that is, you know, a project that I'm working on currently, and I'm really excited because who doesn't love a really nice bar of soap? So then the other thing that I'm working on right now is a secret limited edition product, and it's something that you guys have been asking me for a long time. I am concocting something really cool. It's one of my more labor-intensive type products. There's a lot of infusion going on. It's gonna be very high-end, but at a very reasonable price. I think you guys are gonna be very excited. It's got a name. I can tell you the name because it won't even reveal what it is, but its name is going to be Astral. It's not for your ass. There we go. I knew my video was gonna derail at some point. It always does. So yeah, so that's kind of what I've been working on. Very busy lately. Yeah, having a hard time keeping up with demand. So my hack with that for now for you guys is, if you've been really wanting something of mine and it's in stock, just order it. Order it when you see it and you want it, even if you can't get the 2 or 3 other things that you were hoping to get at the same time, to sort of batch your order. I know that that's not the most economic or the most ecological choice to do, you know, having 2 shipments or 2 packages being sent to you instead of 1, and I feel bad sort of suggesting this, but it's been really hard to coordinate having everything in stock at one time for a long period of time. I seem to only be able to do it for 2 or 3 days at a time max. So for now, that's what I suggest. And another issue that's been sort of ongoing is my international shipping. My international shipping, I can't go into the whole thing, but basically you guys probably know that I use warehouses to ship my stuff out. So the warehouses that I ship my international items, it's switched where I couldn't use the US one anymore and I had to go to the Canadian one, and switching to the Canadian one has made it very, very, very expensive. Like, I'm talking shipping costs kind of went up, depending on where you live obviously, but like 2-3 times. So unfortunately, I don't know how to fix this issue for now. It's a lot of legal loopholes and things that I'd have to go through. So this is my suggestion. Find yourself a PO box company, like a mail redirect company in the US. That way you can shop from the US, like online stuff, not just my company, but whoever, they ship there and then they help group your packages and send stuff to you. They'll help you with all of the import, the VAT, whatever's applicable to you. They'll help you with all of that. It's much easier. So for now, that's kind of what I can offer for international shipping. Like I said, it's not as simple as you would hope it would be. It's not as simple as it was just like last year. It's a bummer for sure, but I have a lot on my plate right now and I can't prioritize it because I've tried working on it and I just couldn't make any headway with it. So I'm just gonna go back to making products because that is my area of genius. Super excited for 2018, you guys. There's a lot of really great stuff coming to Stark. I am feeling energized, motivated, creative. Thank you for being here with me. You guys are awesome. And until next week, wash your face.